All right, just finished up here at the gym, heading back to my apartment here in Vietnam. But today I just want to talk about a little bit of an update on the day trading, the hyperscalping industry, the hyperscalping niche in day trading. So as you all know, the hyperscalping has been going downhill the past few months, and really I think the glory days, the glory years of the hyperscalping strategy that was so strong and that everyone was so jealous of the results that the hyperscalpers were getting in 2020 to 2025, where we had very little drawdown, very consistent results, no drawdown, no fees, no nothing. We didn't have fees, we didn't have commissions, we didn't have borrow, locate, nothing. It was just pure profit pretty much almost every day between 2020 and 2024. I think those days are gone, and what we need to do now is adapt to the changing industry, the changing markets. And hyperscalping, if you still have your TD, or your, sorry, I keep saying TD, but Charles Schwab Thinkorswim, if you still have your account at Thinkorswim, I think that staying on Thinkorswim and continuing to scalp on that platform, I think that's the way to go until the inevitable ban. I think hyperscalpers are just going to get banned over time. The first batch of traders got banned already, at least in the MMU community, relentless trading community. At least 6 or 7 highly profitable traders already banned. And they're even on Twitter, I was seeing a lot of people were banned from Thinkorswim who weren't even hyperscalpers. They were just regular traders. I think this is so greasy, but I think what's happening is anyone who's profitable at all on Thinkorswim is just getting booted, which is crazy to think about. I mean, I have a video going over why that is on my previous video. You guys can check that out. But what do we do moving forward? Well, first off, if you are a smart person, you didn't have all your eggs in one basket. Don't put all your eggs into day trading. This is why, because industries change, things change, opportunities come and go. So we need to learn to adapt, and there's going to be periods. Everyone's talked about this, all seasoned traders who are trading for decades. We're talking about there is going to be periods in our career where it's going to be completely where we don't make any money. There's going to be years where we're flat. There's going to be years when we're red. So, listening to seasoned traders, we're talking 30, 40, 50 years of experience. We have to listen to them and say and think that, we need to diversify our portfolio when it comes to making a sustainable living as an entrepreneur, right? People here who are getting into day trading, we're entrepreneurs. So we have to think about more sustainable ways to make money rather than only relying on the market, because things like this happen. And so now that the day trading landscape is changing, a lot of us are losing a bit of our edge, or we need time to adapt to the market, so we're not making as much money for a certain period of time, and that could be a couple weeks, a couple months, or that could be a year or two. We don't know. So however long it takes for us to adapt. But in that time, if we were smart, we had something else going to where it could kind of help us survive that adapting that period where we need to adapt to the market. So this is what is going on. And this is why it's good to have other avenues, other ways of making money, whether it be a day job or another online business, or something like that, just so it kind of, you're not reliant on the market. But the good thing is, if you are a profitable trader, even if you're a hyperscalper, and even if you were booted off the platform, all the knowledge that we've gained, think about all the knowledge that we've gained from the past 5 or 6 years of day trading. Hundreds and hundreds, thousands of hours of screen time, Think about all the thousands of hours of screen time. And also think about the cumulative hours. If you're watching this and you're in the relentless trading community, think about the cumulative screen time that the whole community has made in relentless trading. This is hundreds, probably hundreds of thousands of hours of screen time that we have at relentless trading community. So you bet that somebody is going to find a way to continue the edge, to continue the strategy. I don't doubt that we will find a way forward, whether that be changing to a new broker or just adapting within the Thinkorswim platform. So, you know, what I have been doing since this whole thing, thank God I haven't been banned yet, but the fills have just become absolutely atrocious. The fills are above the ask if you do market order, so you can't trade market order anymore. So a lot of people are complaining about the fills, and yeah, I'm experiencing the same thing, like really, really bad market orders. So what I have been doing the past 2 weeks was only trading bid and trying to sell the ask. And if I can't sell the ask, I'm just selling market. But because I'm in on the bid, I'm profiting off the spread. So that's what I have been doing. So far, I'm on an 8-day green streak, an 8 trading day green streak, which is really good. And that's what I've been doing to adapt, but I'm still on Thinkorswim. I know a lot of you guys are banned, so if I was banned, what I would be doing is looking obviously for a new broker and trying to continue kind of like a similar strategy on Webull or TradeStation. TradeStation, there is free commissions. Webull is free commissions. So you just kind of have to pick the right one that has fast execution. So I know a lot of them don't have the price improvement. Pretty much price improvement's gone on every platform. So even Thinkorswim is pretty much gone. You might as well just chalk it up to it. Price improvement is gone. So we just have to adapt to that. The way I've been adapting is using the bid, selling the ask. Yeah, I'm gonna miss a lot of opportunities. I do miss like 40% of the opportunities because I'm not getting filled because I'm in on the bid, but the opportunities that I do take, I'm in on a good entry, which is the most important part, because if you can't trust you getting in at the right entry, then there goes the confidence in your system. So I'd rather lose a bit of my accuracy as far as taking numerous trades and only focusing on the good quality trades that I get filled on. Some of them I'm not going to get filled, but that's okay because I'm only willing to trade stocks that I'm able to get a good entry on. So yeah, I will keep you guys updated with some of the people in the community who have been booted and are looking for a new platform. I think Tim is going to Webull. He's doing like a blend between Webull and I think some other platform that allows instant settlement on the Roth IRA, since he does trade in Roth IRA. He's still kind of looking for a platform that you're able to trade instant settlement on Roth IRA, which is rare to find. There's only 2 or 3 brokers out there that offer instant settlement. Charles Schwab was one of them, but now it's gone. So yeah, pretty crazy. I'm not sure what Crispy is doing. I think Crispy got banned, Lucas got banned. There's a lot of other people in the community that are banned, and I'm not sure what they're doing yet, but I'll keep you guys updated. Another thing is, I want to leave you guys with this. If you guys are a profitable trader, it means that you know something. You have an edge in the market. And the same things that apply to small caps on a hyper scalping scale apply also on larger time frames. It's all kind of like, think of like a fractal, one of those fractal patterns. Like the patterns on the micro scale are the same patterns on the macro scale. So we have to realize that everything that we learned on the micro hyper scalping is going to apply on the larger time frames. It's just going to take longer for it to unfold. You have to pretty much rewire your brain to adjust to the new time frame. You got to adjust your habits to fit the new time frame. So even if you're not hyper scalping anymore, you still know the fundamentals to be able to adapt to a new strategy, to a new system, maybe even on a larger time frame. Because the hyper scalping, it may be phasing out. We don't know yet with the frequency of trading. We can't really do anything about it. So you kind of just have to move forward with the with the new style. If the new style is holding longer, then we hold longer. But the good thing is that everything that we learned in the past 5 years will apply on larger time frames or different styles of trading. What we learned from the hyper scalping is the way that markets move. We know the way that market moves, and the ways that the market moves on the micro is the same way that the market moves on the macro. So yeah, don't be worried. We can all persevere through this, and we will be stronger, better traders. This is the things that make us seasoned traders. Seasoned traders go through really, really tough times in their career. I've seen interviews of seasoned traders who've gone a couple years in the middle of their career where they just completely lost money at the end of the year. Completely flat for the whole year, for 2 years. So this is gonna happen, but over time, this is why it's called seasoned. You know, we're seasoned really well, you know, with different seasonings. Seasonings with when we're losing money. Seasonings with we have to change our strategy. Seasonings with all these different types of time frames that we have to learn. So there's different types of trades. We gotta be a seasoned trader. We gotta think long term, and we will be stronger. We will be stronger. If you really love this game, you will accept this challenge and move forward. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.